Hello, welcome to a Paper Flourish craft video. My name is Julie. I'm going to make a Christmas card using Bijou the Owl, one of the beautiful Lavinia Owl stamps. Just popping Bijou to the side for a moment. Now I'm going to start off making a brayered background. So this is the Dylusions Small Brayer and I'm chosen Lavinia Elements Olive Ink. I have a piece of Multifarious cardstock, Lavinia Multifarious, measuring 3 7/8 inch by 5.5 inches. I'm going to ink up my brayer. Now I always take the first strong swipe off first, and I'm just going to make my way down the card. So what's going to happen is that what will be the top of the card is going to be a lot heavier in ink than the bottom half. Go over this as many times as you want to until happy with the result. I think that's enough. Best way to take the ink off the brayer is with, I always get a baby wipe and just move the brayer on that and then pop it aside to dry, or you can dry it off with a paper towel. So I've got this interesting looking background happening. I'm then going to get my Lavinia Feather Leaf Stencil, popping it over the top. Let's check which side is which. There we go. Okay. And this time I'm using the Hero Arts white ink. Lavinia, the large stencil brush, the series 9. Let's ink that up. And I'm going to, now Bijou is going to end up around here. So I'm not going to do as much stenciling there, but I'm going to sort of work this all the way around, sort of where Bijou is going to be. And I'll explain why I'm sort of avoiding that area shortly. I've dried this now with my heat tool. It's given a really cool little background, hasn't it? Not as obvious in the lower part of the card, but the top card looks like a swirling snowstorm. Was my aim. Now, if I wasn't doing this on a video, if I was doing it myself at home, I would then set that aside and I would let it dry properly overnight. I've done it with my heat tool. The reason I avoided this area, which is where Bijou is going to be, is that if the ink is not 100% dry, the ink will come through the stamp. So, but as I said, if you're doing it at home, pop it aside now, let it dry for overnight and stamp it the next day. I have the Forest Flower stamp and I'm going to place this on, if I can find it. There we are. I found my long, thin acrylic board to pop that. I'm using the smaller Forest Flower, this one here, on the card. Now I'm getting ready because I'm actually going to do some embossing. So I have my anti-static pad, running that over the front of the card, and that helps stop the embossing powder sticking to other areas of the card. I'm going to stamp it in Versafine Clair Nocturne. Working really quickly, I'm going to emboss with this beautiful new Stamperia sparkling silver embossing powder. This is the most beautiful silver embossing powder I have ever seen. It is stunning. So we'll be able to see the effect of that in just a moment. I have folded a piece of card already to collect the extra embossing powder. And I'm going to ink this up really well with the Nocturne. So this ink will stay wet just long enough to get that embossing powder on if I work quickly. Isn't that a good inking? Stamping this across the card. What a good press. Okay, quickly as I can, I'm going to get this silver embossing powder onto that image. Shake it off and look how sparkly that is. Now if there's, like I can see there's a little bit of silver that's just there, I can brush it away first, and then I'm going to heat that with my heat tool to emboss it. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? The sparkle and shine on that silver embossing powder, Sparkling Silver by Stamperia, is absolutely beautiful. Okay, time to stamp Bijou. I'm going to stamp Bijou again with Nocturne. This time I will emboss with clear embossing powder. So that's stamped up really nicely. That clear embossing powder just gives you a lovely, strong image. Now I'm going to add some colour to the card. I've chosen the Truffle Elements ink and the blue Atoll Lavinia Elements ink. And I'm just going to squish a little bit of each onto the mat. You do not need much. I'm going to spray that with water. I'm going to have a bit of a play. I'm going to pick it up with my Lavinia watercolour brush and just add those little touches of colour to Bijou and also to the forest flower. All right, Bijou's looking rather gorgeous and colourful there. Super cute stamp. I want to add a little bit of a Christmas touch to this, so I have the mini holly stamp. That's this one here, the mini holly. I'm going to ink it up in Rainforest Versafine Clair, this one here, and I'm going to just bring that off the swirls in the forest flower. This is now the larger holly stamp, Lavinia again, Lavinia stamp, and staying with the Rainforest Versafine Clair. This time, I'm going to bring that down from the top corner. Visible image, the Christmas Wishes Sentiment stamp set. I've chosen the Merry Christmas. I'm going to ink that in the Nocturne Versafine Clair and stamp that. I think this is just going to fit down here near the bottom of the card. See if I'm right. Yep. I've popped the card onto a card base, black matte, and onto a white card base. I'm not going to add any stamping up here because I really want to leave that beautiful stenciling as the feature. The only other thing I'm going to do, this is a Stamperia contour liner, and I've chosen the Iridescent. These are absolutely beautiful. I keep doing that. I'm doing it, and all I've got to do is take off the top tiny little liner, very fine. And where the berries are on the holly, I'm just going to add some little pearls of this beautiful Iridescent. Now this will take, I will leave this to dry overnight. Putting pearls down of this product, it does take a little while to dry. And the card is finished. See the little iridescent pearls? That liner also comes in gold, old gold. This is the iridescent, and it comes in white. Any of those colours would look really beautiful on here. So that is my Bijou Christmas card. At least I've made a start on my Christmas cards now. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with a lot more videos. Thank you. Bye.